Many workplaces, particularly those in industries with significant electrical hazards, have adopted strict policies against working hot. This approach is becoming increasingly prevalent due to heightened safety regulations and a growing awareness of the dangers involved. Working on live electrical equipment can be extremely hazardous, potentially leading to severe injuries or even fatalities. Implementing a no-hot work policy enables workplaces to substantially decrease the likelihood of electrical accidents and injuries. The benefits of working cold include increased safety. Eliminating the risk of electrical shock, arc flash, and other electrical hazards is paramount. Reduced downtime also results because working cold can help prevent equipment damage and unplanned outages, which can lead to costly downtime. Improved worker morale is evident because workers are more likely to be productive and efficient when they know that they are working in a safe environment. If you are an electrician, it is crucial to become well versed in your workplace's hot work policy and adhere to it meticulously. By working cold, you contribute to ensuring your safety and the safety of your colleagues. Now let's discuss these benefits in greater detail. Firstly, increased safety. Working on de-energized equipment eliminates the risk of electrical shock, arc flash, and electrocution. Electrical shock occurs when a person comes into contact with a live electrical circuit, causing current to flow through their body. The severity of the shock depends on the voltage, amperage, and duration of the contact. Even a relatively low voltage can be dangerous, especially if the current passes through the heart or brain. Arc flash is a dangerous phenomenon that occurs when a short circuit creates an intense burst of heat and light. The temperature of an arc flash can reach tens of thousands of degrees Fahrenheit, causing severe burns and other injuries. Electrocution is death caused by electric shock. Working cold significantly reduces the risk of these potentially fatal events. Secondly, reduced downtime. When electrical work is performed on live equipment, there is a risk of causing damage to the equipment or creating unplanned outages. These incidents can lead to costly downtime, as production or operations may need to be suspended while the equipment is repaired or replaced. By working cold, the risk of such incidents is minimized, resulting in less downtime and improved productivity. Equipment damage can occur when tools or other objects come into contact with live electrical components, causing short circuits or other malfunctions. Unplanned outages can occur when electrical work is performed incorrectly or when unexpected problems arise. Thirdly, improved worker morale. When employees feel safe in their work environment, their morale improves. Knowing that their employer is committed to providing a safe workplace can lead to increased job satisfaction, reduced stress, and improved productivity. A safe work environment fosters a sense of trust and mutual respect between employees and management. Employees are more likely to be engaged and motivated when they feel that their well-being is a priority. A no-hot work policy demonstrates a commitment to employee safety and can contribute to a more positive and productive work environment. Now let's consider the procedures involved in a no-hot work policy. A crucial aspect of working cold is lockout/tagout procedures. Lockout/tagout involves de-energizing electrical equipment and applying locks and tags to prevent it from being accidentally re-energized while work is being performed. This ensures that the equipment remains in a safe state until the work is completed. Lockout is the process of physically isolating the energy source, such as disconnecting a circuit breaker or removing a fuse. Tagout is the process of placing a tag on the energy isolating device to warn others not to re-energize the equipment. Proper lockout/tagout procedures are essential for preventing accidental energization and ensuring the safety of workers. Now let's talk about personal protective equipment, or PPE. Even when working cold, it is important to use appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE. This may include gloves, safety glasses, and other protective gear to minimize the risk of injury. Gloves provide insulation against electrical shock, while safety glasses protect the eyes from flying debris or arc flash. Other types of PPE may be required depending on the specific hazards involved in the work. It's important to select PPE that is appropriate for the task and to inspect it regularly for damage. Now let's talk about testing. Before starting any electrical work, it is essential to verify that the equipment is energized using appropriate testing equipment. This ensures that there is no residual voltage or current present that could pose a hazard. Testing equipment such as voltage testers and multimeters can be used to verify that the equipment is energized. It is important to use the testing equipment according to the manufacturer's instructions and to ensure that it is in good working condition. Now let's talk about training. Comprehensive training is necessary for all employees who work with electrical equipment to ensure they understand the hazards involved and how to work safely. Training should cover topics such as lockout/tagout procedures, personal protective equipment, and the proper use of testing equipment. Training should also be regularly updated to reflect changes in safety regulations and best practices. Employees who are not properly trained may be more likely to make mistakes that could lead to accidents or injuries. Now let's address exceptions. In some situations, it may be necessary to perform work on live electrical equipment. However, this should only be done as a last resort and with strict adherence to safety protocols. Examples of situations where live work may be necessary include troubleshooting critical equipment or performing emergency repairs. In these cases, a hot work permit may be required, and additional safety precautions must be taken to minimize the risk of injury. A hot work permit is a document that authorizes work to be performed on live electrical equipment. The permit should specify the scope of the work, the safety precautions that must be taken, and the personnel who are authorized to perform the work. Now let's talk about documentation. Maintaining accurate records of all electrical work performed, including lockout/tagout procedures and hot work permits, is crucial for ensuring accountability and continuous improvement. These records can be used to track trends, identify potential hazards, and improve safety procedures. Documentation should be readily accessible and easily searchable. It should also be retained for a specified period of time in accordance with legal and regulatory requirements. Now let's consider the regulatory compliance aspect. Compliance with relevant safety regulations, such as those established by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, is essential for maintaining a safe work environment and avoiding penalties. OSHA regulations provide specific requirements for electrical safety, including lockout/tagout procedures, personal protective equipment, and training. Failure to comply with these regulations can result in fines, citations, and other penalties. Now let's talk about continuous improvement. Regularly reviewing and updating the No Hot Work policy based on feedback from employees, incident investigations, and changes in industry best practices is crucial for ensuring its effectiveness and relevance. This includes soliciting feedback from employees, investigating accidents and near misses, and staying up to date on the latest safety standards and technologies. Continuous improvement is an ongoing process that requires commitment from all levels of the organization. By implementing a No Hot Work policy and following safe work practices, workplaces can significantly reduce the risk of electrical accidents and injuries. This not only protects employees but also minimizes downtime, improves morale, and ensures compliance with safety regulations. The key is to create a culture of safety where everyone is empowered to identify and address potential hazards. Here are some additional points to consider when implementing a No Hot Work policy. Firstly, conduct a thorough risk assessment to identify all potential electrical hazards in the workplace. This assessment should consider factors such as the voltage levels of the equipment, the types of work being performed, and the qualifications of the employees performing the work. Secondly, develop a written No Hot Work policy that clearly outlines the procedures for de-energizing equipment, performing lockout/tagout, and using personal protective equipment. This policy should be communicated to all employees and should be readily accessible for reference. Thirdly, provide regular training to all employees who work with electrical equipment, covering topics such as electrical safety, lockout/tagout procedures, and the proper use of testing equipment. Training should be tailored to the specific hazards and tasks involved in their work. Fourthly, enforce the No Hot Work policy consistently and hold employees accountable for following safe work practices. This includes conducting regular inspections to ensure that lockout/tagout procedures are being followed correctly and that employees are using personal protective equipment. Fifthly, investigate all electrical incidents and near misses to identify the root causes and implement corrective actions to prevent future incidents. This includes analyzing the circumstances surrounding the incident, identifying any contributing factors, and implementing changes to procedures or equipment to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Sixthly, establish a system for tracking and managing electrical safety data, such as incident rates, training completion rates, and the results of safety inspections. This data can be used to identify trends, measure the effectiveness of safety programs, and make data-driven decisions to improve safety performance. Seventhly, promote a culture of safety in the workplace by encouraging employees to report hazards, participate in safety meetings, and provide feedback on safety procedures. This includes creating a safe and supportive environment where employees feel comfortable reporting hazards without fear of reprisal. Eighthly, regularly review and update the No Hot Work policy to reflect changes in safety regulations, industry best practices, and the specific hazards present in the workplace. This includes staying up to date on the latest safety standards and technologies and incorporating them into the policy as appropriate. Ninthly, ensure that all electrical equipment is properly maintained and inspected to prevent malfunctions that could lead to electrical hazards. This includes conducting regular preventative maintenance on equipment, inspecting equipment for damage or wear, and repairing or replacing equipment as needed. Tenthly, provide employees with the necessary tools and equipment to perform their work safely, including voltage testers, multimeters, lockout/tagout devices, and personal protective equipment. This includes ensuring that the tools and equipment are in good working condition and that employees are trained on how to use them properly. By following these guidelines, workplaces can create a safer environment for electricians and other employees who work with electrical equipment. A commitment to safety is essential for protecting employees from harm and ensuring the long-term success of the organization.